Hi folks, Sean Dostie, the Charity Ambassador here. Today I want to talk to you about sponsorship. So many times we have had these auctions and the auction chair, the auction volunteer staff goes out there and they're like, this organization over here, they sell their tables to the local bank or to the local grocery store magnate or the local car dealer. And they call that a sponsorship. And for that sponsorship, you buy a table for $2,000. There's 8 seats, or let's say 10 seats at the table. You give $2,000, and we're going to put your name in the program. We're going to put your name leading in, and you're going to be one of our leading sponsors, and you're going to be mentioned. And we thank you, and we're grateful for you. Here are 10 tickets. Give them to who you will. And what does they do? Let's say they give it to the local car dealer. Local car dealer says, well, I've got other obligations. Give these away to the salespeople. Give these to the service department, and they can take their wives out and have a nice night out. So you're over there and you're having your live auction, and you've got a trip that's $5,000, $6,000, and you look over to the car dealership sponsored table, and they have a mechanic over there that makes $85,000, $90,000 a year. Great money. Great that they're there. Great that they're there to support. But they're not going to give you $5,000 for a vacation if they didn't know it was going to be there months in advance, because they probably don't have that wherewithal. So let's get out of the transactional phase. Let's get into the philanthropic. Sell that table. No problem selling the table. With that table, you get 2 tickets. Then you get your volunteer department. Volunteer, not a fire department. You get your volunteers and get them on the phones, and you get them to fill those seats around that table that was just sponsored for you, and you get them with high net worth individuals or people that are I can't think of the word, that want to be a part of your cause. And you get those people there. They're going to be there to help raise money. You have to decide as a board if you're going to have a party, an appreciation party, which there's nothing wrong with that, or if you are going to raise money. If you're going to raise money, it's a fairly simple process to... People are people. People are donors. Donors are great. But let's do some math. If you have 50 mechanics that might give $100, that's $5,000. You have management in there that makes $100,000 a year. They might spend $500, and you've got 50 of those. That's $25,000. You got 5,000 here, you got 25,000 there, and then you've got your leadership roles that are going to raise your 35, 40, 50, 100, 200,000, whatever the amount is. Now, let's take this a step further. If you eliminate the people that are there for the fun, for the party, and you replace them with more of the high dollar, that takes that $5,000 and turns it into $50,000. These benefit auctions you can plan for success. You know, I wrote an article many years ago for Creative Real Estate Online, and it was called, I can't even remember the name of the article, but the upshot of it was, and this was before GPS. I'm old. This was before GPS, but I said, if I told you that I wanted you to go to Paris, Kentucky, and then I wanted you to go to Denver, Colorado, and then I wanted you to go to Sedona, and then I wanted you to go to San Francisco, across to Boise, up to Fairbanks, and down through Montreal, and stopping in Detroit, what would be the first thing that you need to do? The first thing that you need to do is you need to get out the Rand McNally. That's an atlas. It's a map. It's a paper it's paper that's got cities on it, and it has all the major routes on it, and you draw a line saying which way you're going to go. It's a map. Okay, so you build a road map of where you want to go, and then even if you get off of the map a little bit, you can always get back to it, and you can reach it. That takes a fantasy, a dream, and turns it into a goal, and goals are attainable. So, if you want to have a $100,000 auction, if you want to have $1 million event, if you want to have a $5 million event, if you want to have a $100 million event, you need to plan for it. And there is no better place to plan for it than in your auction, in your fund of need, and in your donor development, and how you plan. Every seat in that house is a piece of real estate. You can have Baltic, you can have Ventnor, or you can have, all right, come on Monopoly guys, Park Place. Which would you rather have? That's it for today. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope your next auction blows the doors off. Thank you. Have a great day.